There's a fatal degenerative disease in goats and sheep called Scrapies. Scrapies can infect our herds and kill our flocks. Hi, I'm Sam Patterson from the Adair Co. 4-H Club, and I want to talk to you about a disease called Scrapies. Scrapies is a fatal degenerative disease affecting the nervous system of goats and sheep. It is one of the few transmissible spongiform encephalopathies, and as such, it is thought to be caused by a prion, same as mad cow's disease. Scrapies has been known since 1732 and does not appear to be transmissible to humans. The signs of Scrapies vary widely among individual animals and develop very slowly. Due to damage to the nervous system, infected animals tend to show behavioral changes, tremors, especially to the head and neck, pruritus or the inflammation of skin, as you can see on this sheep right here, this little blue bit on its back, and locomotor incoordination, which leads to recumbency and then death. The name Scrapie is derived from one of the clinical signs of the condition, wherein the infected animal will compulsively scrape off its fleece against rocks, trees, or fences. Scrapies apparently causes an itching sensation within animals. Other clinical signs include altered gait or walking patterns, excessive lip smacking, and convulsive collapse. As you can see with these two pictures right here, these two animals have been infected by Scrapies, and now they are unable to walk correctly. You can see how eventually this locomotor incoordination will lead to recumbency, as I said earlier in the speech, which makes them no longer able to stand up, and that will inevitably lead to death because they can no longer get food and water needed. Since Scrapies is incurable, extensive steps must be made to ensure that no other animals get it. If an animal is found with Scrapies, it must be killed to ensure no other animals get infected. If an animal is infected with Scrapies, its entire herd must be quarantined for life to ensure that, so you can't bring them to shows so that no other animals can get it. You are no longer allowed to restock with animals that are susceptible to Scrapies. So inevitably, your entire goat operation, no matter how it started, has been ruined, never to be started again. While numbers have gone down since 2002, for a disease to be considered eradicated, it must have extensive coverage and no cases for 7 years. As you can see on this picture right here, that the U.S. loses anywhere from 10 to 20 million annually in revenue from deaths of goats and sheep. Since Scrapies is incurable, one of the ways to contain it, since Scrapies is incurable, one of the ways to contain it is to quarantine and kill those infected. However, Scrapies tends to persist in flocks and can spontaneously arise within a flock that has not previously had cases of the disease. The mechanism of transmission between animals and some aspects of the biology of the disease are still poorly understood and are under active areas of research. There is no cure currently available for infected animals. Most sheep are more susceptible to it than goats are, as it is more common in sheep than it is in goats. Breeds of the AARR alleles are the most resistant, while breeds with the VRQ allele are the most susceptible. Animals' alleles is determined by the naturally occurring gene coding for the prion protein. And animals' alleles can be tested with a simple blood test. As you can see in this picture right here, this one is an animal that does not have Scrapies, while this one is one that does have Scrapies. You can see right here, the animal with Scrapies seems to be more dirty and grimy, and it looks like it has like mud or dirt in it, because that's what Scrapies does to an animal. It makes the alleles and prions unworkable for the animal, and it slowly eats away at their brain. While currently no cure is available, scientists are trying to find one. Countries such as Australia and New Zealand currently are considered Scrapies free, while America is currently not. One day America might be able to be one of those countries on the list that have no Scrapies in goats, and that'll be the day when it will no longer kill and infect goats and sheep. Any questions?